I have Rahul Dalwale, my very, very good friend. And I believe he supports which team? Rahul, I have forgotten about it.
Delhi.
Delhi. So let me first start with Amanda. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thank you so much.
Now let us talk about the first game. At one stage, RCB were struggling at 13 for 2. What do you think RCB did right or KKR did wrong in that game? Yes, Amanda, go ahead.
I think she's stuck.
Sometimes it happens with the Wi-Fi. Yeah, Amanda, we'll just go to Sahil. Sahil, what do you think went wrong with KKR?
I think after getting 2 wickets, I think Owen Morgan made a very, very poor decision by taking off Varun Chakravarti as he got the big fish Kohli. And after being 13 for 2, I think they should have just continued with Varun because it would have not been easy for Maxwell to maybe play him. And in the end, Maxwell was set and it was the wrong time to bring Varun. And I think RCB just took off with AB and all.
All right. Amanda, you're back again. Amanda, what did RCB do right today? What did RCB do right today?
First of all, like I've mentioned this so many times before, that even though Maxwell didn't have the best season in 2020, I think buying him was the best decision made by RCB so far. Yeah. And even though we did spend quite a bit of money, but he's just proving himself out there. And I think obviously Glenn Maxwell has shown what he can do the last 3 matches, and obviously AB. I mean, I think RCB really need to reduce their, dependence on AB de Villiers, because I think he's always carrying the team. So yeah, I think AB and Maxwell really got us to a great total.
Aryan, you must be a happy fan. You always like RCB doing well. We saw 2 special innings, but AB de Villiers innings. Tell us something more about it.
I think we all know how good of a player AB is, and on his day, there's no one who can stop him. And he has a really big range. He plays all over the ground, so the bowler doesn't know where to set the field and where to bowl, because he bowls outside off. He'll hit you for a 6-over point. He comes on the stump. You're going down the ground. So it gets really hard for the bowler to get his wicket. And with someone like him, I feel it's only him who can throw his wicket. And there's no bowler who can get him out. And luckily, it paid off for us today. He had a good day.
All right. We welcome Rimpi. Rimpi, I'll come back to you when I discuss about the Punjab game. Let me come to a little disheartened Abhijit. Second time in a row, KKR going down.
Yes, absolutely disheartened by the results. I thought, as Sahil mentioned, the bowling change could have been much better in terms of, but especially the last 5 overs where we conceded 70 odd runs, that just took away from us. And I thought, they weren't tight today in terms of bowling attack. But the second half, we really showed an intensity to actually chasing on. But obviously, again, the middle order kind of failed to show some, style and flair. I thought it was very. Dinesh Karthik came up with a white gear on. It was almost like playing a test match. So yeah, I was pretty disheartened to see the momentum just swaying to RCB.
Amanda, tell me, what do you think is wrong in the KKR camp?
I think again, I think they depend a bit too much on on Andre Russell. I think he's the only. I think they need to fix their middle order slightly more, because I think KKR obviously have a great squad. We've seen them do well before, but I think they just need to get that that perfect 3 down, 4 down kind of batsman besides Andre Russell, and I think they'll be okay, because I think KKR are a good team overall, and I think the captaincy was a little weird on Ian Morgan. I think after getting those first 2 wickets, with Chakravarti, I don't know what happened to him, after that, but I think overall KKR, they're okay, but again, I think they need to work on their middle order.
Okay. I come to Rahul. Rahul, you must be a very happy man. Delhi going on to win the second game out of 3. How would you analyze their performance today?
First of all, very happy. 2 points in the bag. But it was not a very like you say, Delhi. The kind of squad they have and the team they have, it's not the kind of performance that you saw today. It was a bit of a scratchy performance. And if you look at their 11, outside on the bench, Amit Mishra, Ishant Sharma, Sam Billings, Shimron Hetmeyer, and Ajinkya Rahane are sitting. Norke is not fit at the moment. So I would like to see a better balanced Delhi side, 11 on the park. They have super squad, and I really think they have the squad to go to all the way. So I would like to win them in a dominating fashion like Mumbai do. But nevertheless, I think it's a long tournament, a long way to go. And just a small thing, Pant should try to assert himself more like Sanju Samson. I still think Ponting is calling all the shots, and Pant has not taken over as a leader yet.
Okay, fair point. Very valid point. Let me come to a disappointed Rimpy. 3 games, you lost 2. Now, especially the last game against CSK was bad, and this game was not good as well. क्या कहोगे Rimpy?
Yes, Anis bhai, wasn't the best of day that we're having this IPL. Quickly, just starting off with the performance today, I think, and I might be harsh on Rahul. It might sound very harsh on Rahul, but his strike rate was not really acceptable. It came to a point where it was by 8 overs, he was 43 or 43 runs. And then fair enough, you're not able to hit those shots and you're coming back to your old-fashioned style of batting. You get out, you need to play a leadership role and not send Gale. You cannot be sending Gale at a point where you're already 13 overs down. Where Gale is not the same Gale we know of before. He needs time on the crease to hit those balls in today's date. Plus, his running between the wickets is not best. You need someone like Pooran to come in straight up and take a few balls. But Pooran needs 3 or 4 balls. Gale basically took 9 balls. He scored 12 runs, and that wasn't enough. And by the time Pooran came, he had to whack from the first ball. You have to realize, Punjab has to realize that Pooran is their go-to man. He is their pick of the batsman who can actually steal the game away from the opposition. So that was not a right tactical call. I strongly believe. I think Mayank was outstanding. He's one of the unsung heroes in Punjab Kings lineup for a very, very long time. We keep talking about the Gales. We keep talking about the Rahuls. We keep talking about Pooran in the lineup. But you need to give it off to that Mayank. He played a splendid role today.
Sal, do you agree to what Rimpy says, that maybe it's actually a fair point made by Rimpy to get Chris Gale up the order because he's running between the wickets is a little bit poor. So why not make him use the power play and bring probably Pooran 1 down? And Rahul can always bat in any position, because if you saw last year also, Rahul's strike rate was not up to the mark.
Yes, of course. If you compare the strike rates between Mayank Agarwal and Rahul, it was 190 versus 120. It's nearly half the strike. So
All right.
Yeah, please go on.
Sahil, go ahead. I mean, this question actually, sorry, I directed to Sahil.
Yes, please.
Sahil, I'll go ahead.
I definitely agree with Rimpy that it was completely the wrong time to send Chris Gale at number 3 when the score was 120 in 12 overs. You were absolutely right. Nicholas Pooran should have come in, as he's obviously a good player and he's good.
But Rimpy is suggesting Chris Gale to come at number 1. I mean, in the opening slot. Do you agree to this point?
No, I think the opening slot is it's fine with Rahul and Mayank playing the role. It's completely fine. I think Gale is the kind of a batsman. If you are 1 down in 3 or 4 overs, you send in Gale. Gale takes around 12 to 15 balls to settle.
So you mean to say if they bat 6 overs, Gale shouldn't come to bat? So that's the reason I'm asking. Shouldn't he bat in the top 2?
I mean, you could use that as an option. Obviously, Rahul could come in at number 3 as well, and Gale at the top, because Rahul plays that role for the Indian team as well, quite often. But I mean, if they take that call, it's completely up to them. But it is what it is right now. That is the story right now.
Amanda, the same question I want to put it to you. Chris Gale and Nicholas Pooran underutilized by the fan Rimpy. Your call on it.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, because I feel like Gale should come in as an opener, because I think Gale takes a lot of risks, like he's not a runner, so he keeps going for the big shot. So I feel like, if he starts firing in the power play, then that, it brings it brings the team so much more confidence when they get off to a good start. And plus, like you said, KL can bat, at any number, because we've seen him do that for the Indian team. I think he can bat 3 down, 4 down, any position, because as it is, his strike rate isn't too great. So I feel like, Gale coming in, playing those big shots, taking risks, I think it would be safe to keep him as an.
Okay. Rahul, you mentioned that Bricky Ponting is calling all the shots. That point, we will not be able to understand what's happening inside the dugout. But one thing what I saw today when Pant was batting, I saw that he's not the same Pant, that fearless Pant, which we saw in the test matches in Australia or against the England. Is that captainship, even though we are still early days, affecting his batting style, and that might hurt Delhi?
Absolutely agree with you. I think Delhi had made a sort of blunder, because it's not like that they didn't had any choice. They have Ajinkya Rahane, Ashwin, and even Shikhar Dhawan in the squad. And there is Steven Smith also. Means it's not like they were lacking for the leadership. And if you look at the body language of Rishabh Pant, he's not the same Pant who was there against England. Like, even if you look, try to listen to his stump mics, he's very quiet, unusually quiet. The smile is not there.
Yes.
And he's a free soul. That's why the miracle in Brisbane was because Rishabh Pant is a fearless batsman and he's a fearless person. And the added burdenship of captaincy, I think it's showing on him, and it's too much too early for him. That's what I think.
Sahil, then who do you think, if Rishabh Pant, according to Rahul and what I observed, that there's no chirpiness, he's gone into a shell, do you think they've made the right decision by having Pant? Because of course it's the first one, Shreyas Iyer is out of the tournament. Anybody you have in your mind who can lead Delhi, or Pant is good enough, even though the results are showing 3 out of 2?
I mean, since the time when Shreyas Iyer was out, I did not expect Rishabh Pant to be announced as captain. He was announced, I was like, oh, don't they have Ajinkya Rahane in the squad, who's a test captain for the Indian national team? So I thought, he could have captained. Like he also mentioned, like Ashwin also could have been a captain. I'm not sure if Shikhar Dhawan would be a captain for the Delhi Capitals, but I was stunned because Rishabh Pant, is a good player. And as you mentioned today, the way he was batting, he was not playing fearless. So, I mean, let's give it a try. I mean, they won 2 out of 3, so give the benefit of the doubt to Rishabh Pant.
Okay, we will try and discuss that. Abhijit, since we are talking about captainship, do you think Owen Morgan is the right captain for KKR? Or do you want to have a switch in captain in the middle of the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, he's the best so far in the squad. I mean, I can imagine maybe passing on the baton to, just for kicks, we can pass it to Shubham Gill and take out Morgan and place Narayan in for Morgan. And then we'll have a really decent size batting order. And I can take out Morgan. Morgan is just playing too safe at the moment. I mean, Morgan is the best captain you can go for, but if you really want to be creative and innovative, put Shubham Gill as a captaincy mode, and then we'll go from there. I mean, he captained in the under 19 World Cup.
Big statement, Abhijit. He's a dear friend of mine. I'm just going to finish this show and going to ring a young fan. Abhijit says that the baton should be passed to Gill and he should be sitting out and Naren coming out. Anyway, we've had a lovely show. As much as I want to talk, but the bigger the show, you might not have the attention span. Thank you very much, Amanda. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you, Rimpi. Thank you, Aryan. We just can ask a couple of questions to each fans and each analyst, and the show must have to end because छोटा होता है लेकिन अच्छा होता है. और जैसे एक ad आता है ना, छोटे पैक में बड़े का मजा लो. All right. If you like the show, please make sure to share the video of yours. I know we all want to share our videos. If you like the show, if you don't like, no problem. इसको बंद करके रख देना. Thank you guys. Sleep well.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Anish bhai, one last thing. The reports are coming like Muthaiya Muralidharan is unwell and he has been admitted. So our best wishes.
On my page.
Our best wishes.
Very, very, speedy recovery. Unfortunately, he has something to do with his chest, and I hope it's not that serious. And we hope he gets well soon.
Pray for his.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much.
Bye.